now. All right. Let's tap it out. So while we're warming up here, just thinking about those abs and that height, nice and tall, shoulders down and back. Think about where your hips are. Are you sticking your booty back? Is it neutral? Or is it nice and perpendicular to the floor? That's probably where the camera took the picture, right there. Nice and easy. And let's march. And march. All right, roll those shoulders. And forward. And let's go up and down. Really reaching out. Let's go forward. Go two. And march. That height back. All right, other leg forward. Let's heel dig. A little bicep action. You can take the arms to the side, wherever you want. It's still biceps. We're still warming up. All right, let's tap to the side. Coordination there. Let's add an arm. Check in with those shoulders. Make sure they're down and back. Up and over. And under. Now notice when you did that under, if your shoulders rotated forward, and be careful doing that one because we tend to go like that instead of keeping it up and back. Okay, let's see. I think I need a sip of water. All right, we were about to head back. Here's slow. Relax those shoulders, reach those arms, warming up those triceps. Now, of course, you can go quick if you want. And let's go tap corners, high, back corners, and back. side, front corner, front. And front, corners, side, back corners, back. Keep it here now. And mark. Focus on the squeeze at the back, right there. And back to mark. Now, if this is too quick for you, you can do a little tap. All right, take it to the side. Be nice and easy. And march. Bring it forward. Let's do a knee. Maybe you just tap here. Maybe you lift it up. All right, and we're gonna kick it back. Maybe you need a tap for a little extra balance support. That's fine. And let's tap. Slow in and out. You can go fast if you want. And switch. Those hands up. Jazz hands. In and out. And march. Find that tall person in there. Good, all right. Getting warm, which means we're warming up. All right. Nice, easy squats. Here we go. Reaching back with those hips. Now when I'm coming up, I'm reaching for the floor with those fingertips. Pull my shoulders down and back. Nice and tall. Almost there. Let's hold. All right, here we go. Half jack. 3/4 if you want. Of course, you always have the option to do full jacks. Good. Tap. Opposite arm. Reach. Now there's a little upper body twist here if you want. Good. Let's do a little back. Just to warm up. Good, now down and up. All right, shoulder rolls. Take it wider. Do a nice little hip slide. Just rocking those hips side to side. Just warming up those hip joints a little bit. The lateral movement we don't do a lot of in our day-to-day. And then if you want, maybe a little circle. Abs in the back. Pull those abs in and around. And you make the circle as big as you can comfortably make it. And reverse. I'm not clenching my abs. They are engaged. Check my back. Good. Gonna reach. And reverse. Bring them forward. And open. Just to your range of motion. Now we haven't just finishing up our warm-up here, so may find some tension places still. All right, dance until the end of the song. Finish up that warm-up. You can twist if you want. Pony. Maybe just do your arms. Okay, now we should be warm. So let's go ahead and go for those medium weights. Actually, I'm gonna go a little higher, so I may run out of steam quicker. They're not my highest weights, but I'm gonna alternate. Really work your core when you have to compensate for a weight on one side. I'm trying to keep my body upright and centered, so I really feel this in my abs. Now, I won't be able to do the whole set with these. But when I start getting mean, I'll need the next weights down. Or maybe we just won't be mean today. How's that? With control, up and down. Gotta fight gravity there. Remember that balloon tied to your wrist, lifting that weight up. You'll also notice how I picked up a heavier weight, so I did not add my balance. If you have your regular weight, throw in some balance if you want. All right, one more each side for me. Let's go, Max. There's one. And the other one. Did you see me on the last one? I started leaning. That's when you can tell you're about done, when you want to incorporate lots of other muscles to help. All right, while we're right here, let's go ahead and do our squats. Now you can do sit-to-stands in your chair. You can put your weights down if you want, okay? And we're just gonna do some plain squats, no one leg, anything like that, not with the weights in our hands. All right, so either you're getting up and down out of your chair, or you're sitting back into a nice squat. And those weights in your hands, be like an elevator going up and down in the same pathway. And if you were to peek down at your feet, you'd notice that they're pretty much parallel to your feet. Now maybe my weights come out in front of my toes a hair. Let's see, but it's not much. Yeah, they're going right down by my feet. Yep. And then when you stand up, squeeze the glutes. You get a little extra work there. So squeeze those cheeks. Couple more.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock.
Good. Nice. Let's put those down. Slightly lighter weights. Let's go into our chest press. Here we go. Squeeze. Now that weight sitting right on that wrist. The arms open and close, but my shoulders don't round. But think about an imaginary wall behind your back. And your shoulders do not come up off that imaginary wall as you squeeze forward. You can do this with or without weights. If you don't have weights, just becomes a range of motion exercise. That's fine. Two more. Last one, yes. And bring it down carefully close to your body. All right, we've got these nice medium weights. Do a few shrugs. And again, my hands are going right up the side of my body. That thumb is right on the seam of my pants on the sides. Up and down. Squeeze and relax.
When the clock strikes 12, we'll cool off and start rocking around the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad.
All right, two more. 1 and 2. All right. So let's do, we're gonna switch weights. I was trying to decide how heavy I wanted to go here. I think I'm just gonna go with these. So we're gonna do hammers, but I'm gonna add balance for me. Of course, you can always sit in your chair. So here we go. I just have, you can have a toe down, or you could have your foot up. You could always do little kicks forward. Now I can do quite a few of these because these are the slightly lighter weights and my max. So if you get tired, remember you can go to alternating arm. That's really going to work that balance too. So if you want to work on your balance today, this will be a tough. Remember, if you're in the chair, you can bend and straighten your legs as well, one leg at a time. All right, I'm gonna do 2 more with both. Good. All right. We're gonna go ahead and do some shoulder press. I'm gonna back up so you can see my arms when they're straight. Here we go. And press. Now this one, our hips are tucked under. Pull your abs in gently. Now if you want, you can do one at a time. That'll work some balance. So if you have that balance going, your bicep, you can add that other foot here. Try to straighten that arm up as much as you can. All right, 2 more for me. 1 and 2. So if you'll notice, my hands are starting to come in. That's how I decided I was getting too tired, because my hands were no longer over my wrists. So that's how I said, okay, I'm getting to the end of my functional range of motion there, if I'm compensating. There.
There's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time. This is the end of your
Okay. We're gonna just do little hops. You can step if you want, but you can get a little bit of space and a little bit of a downward pressure. Not much. And I'm just swinging my arms like a speed skater or somebody who's just speed walking, just adding a little arm movement to it. Now I do have momentum going, but the hands are going forward and back, legs are going to side and side. So what we're working on here is the little bone stimulation, cardio. Just a little hopping. You get tired, just take it down. Right? Take it smaller. Whatever you need to do. Almost there.
Darkness falls across the night.
Good. All right. Now we're going to work on our plank. We've been working on this. It's almost time for me to plank for a whole book.
In search of blood.
So, remember, nice straight line. Counters work great. You could be on your chair that's not going to slide. The wall works. I just don't have a good wall here. And you have the option to just stay here. Or you can add a step in if you want. Now, if you want a little more cardio work, you can actually do the mountain climber. It's up to you. I'm going to bring mine down to here. Remember, you can always climb in your forearm. Dropping it
The foulest stenches in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly goons from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
Oh, good. All right. Bring it back up to our nice tall position. All right, we're going to do rows now. So, I'm going to go with my heavier weight. All right, most of you know by now. You can row right here. You can bring it down and row here. You can row here. Now you pick where you want to row. You can row in the chair. You might have to row one arm at a time in the chair so you don't hit your chair on the side. All right, here we go. Using those elbows come up toward the ceiling. Abs are in. Anybody who wants to get a little crazy, you take that back leg up and row. Good. All right, bring it back up. I know, I can hear you going, yeah, right, Lisa. I can take it. All right, let's squeeze and release those hands. Our wrists a little rest from holding onto those weights. So squeeze and release. And then maybe some circles. and reverse. Now here's a great place to practice that balance. You're doing something else. All right, run your fingers. And reverse. Good. All right, so we've been working on our lunges a little bit. We did front and back last time. So we're gonna go back to the side to side, but let's change it up a little bit. So let's do this first, side to balance. Remember, you could just be here, and you can also have your hand on chair, whatever you need, for caution. Just to make sure you don't go too far. Now, how far you go out, you want to take it all the way out to a big lunge, you can. Just remember, you got to get back up. Abs in, make sure the standing foot pointing forward. Two more. Good. Now, if you had your chair there at the top for balance, you want to go to the other side. So when you come up, you have the chair or the counter to stop you. And how high you lift up this leg. You can just bring it to half here. You don't have to bring it all the way up to high knee. And remember, if you touch your leg to your other leg gently, that also helps. Rounding your left and your right sides there. Abs in. You don't want to lunge anymore. You can always just stand and balance. There we go. There's the adjustment. You see, I lost my balance, so I hiked my hip up, and then I put it back down where it belonged. Okay. Now we're going to go to the front corner. And we do a lot front and a lot to the side, but we don't always do our corners, so today we're going to do that. So, just a little bit of a side step. Now you can pick whether you want to try to balance or not. We haven't done this a lot, so I'd say today maybe take the lunge and pause and then have your foot ready to go down. Up to you. Go forward and up to balance. And again, you would have that chair right there, counter, whatever, so you can grab it. Nope, I stepped too far that time. You can tell I haven't done this too much either because I'm struggling a little bit with my balance at this angle. Last one. Now I was having a little tension in my foot and I looked down and noticed that my foot was actually turned out a little bit. So I'll make sure on this other side that my toe and my knee and my standing leg are facing forward. Did feel that in my foot and I looked down and I noticed it, so make sure your toe, hip and knee on the standing leg are all facing forward. Here we go, out to the corner. And remember, you can just, first few, just take it back up to a foot together. And then maybe, as you feel more comfortable, you add that balance. And again, you want your chair over here. Abs in. This is exponentially more difficult. And corner, we'll do two more. Something we need to work on here because I need to work on it too. Good. All right. So next time we'll do the fronts a few more times before we try to hit the backs. Because I found that challenging. All right, we didn't do any triceps yet, so let's practice. I'm actually going to just do squeezes behind my back. Behind the head, kickbacks, whatever you want. I just like this because it really opens up my chest. Right from my shoulders. So I'm just squeezing those palms together. As I'm getting tired, I can feel that weight dropping down toward my bottom. The only caution I would have on this one is don't do that where you're actively leaning forward. You can be tall, that's fine, but don't lean your upper body back. That'll put a lot of pressure on your spine. Good. All right, guys. So we have 10 minutes left for the last stand. So I want to get a nice stretch in. It's a really busy time of year. Looks like it's pretty nice outside today, so maybe if you get a chance to go for a walk, that would be great. If you want, grab your chair, roll those shoulders. We're nice and warm now. And you can make your shoulder moves a little bigger, really finding that edge of your range of motion. And since we're warm, just let the rest of your body, if other things kind of follow along, just let your body do it. I find my body wants to do a body roll right there because I dance. So I'm letting it. All right, and reverse. Squeeze back first. Really make that the focus on the squeeze back part here. Good. All right. Now, you can sit in your chair and just take your feet a little bit apart, rib or knees bent, obviously. Otherwise, if you're standing, you might need to turn your toes out a little bit. And we're going to bring it down right into a nice relaxed posture. Now, my arms are resting on my legs, my weight's on my heels, and I'm getting a great back stretch. So I'm reaching my hips back and my head forward. We do this in the chair a lot, in classes at centers. Now I'm just doing the standing version. So I really feel a nice stretch in my back here. Now, anybody who's with me, I'm going to straighten my legs and take my hands down. If you're in the chair, you keep your legs bent. Just take your hands down to the top of your shoes. Now, but I'm going to straighten my legs in the standing position. Both hands to one side, whether it's your knee in the chair or your foot in the chair or standing. Try to relax your other leg up. And walk through the other side, wherever you are. And back to the middle. Just relax. And then we'll bend our knees, arms go back on our thighs. And then we're going to roll it up. All the way. Shoulders down and back. So you might have a head rush there. So take your feet to wherever's comfortable. Just going to do a little neck turn. Good. Back to the middle and down. And up. Good. Let's bring those feet closer. If you're in the chair, that's fine. We're going to take those arms up and reach. Of course, you can dance if you want to. All right, I'm going to lift one arm, bend the knee, same side. And switch.
Now, come on. What was I supposed to do? He was out of town, and his two friends were so fine.
And opposite. Reach, reach. And wrist circles down. Good. Take the foot back. If you want, you can take your hands around the back, opening up that chest. Pressing that back heel into the floor. Just spin it around carefully because I can on my floor. Good. All right, let's take that arm up. Grab those shoulder blades in the back, elbow pointing up toward the ceiling. Tuck the hips under. You can take the other arm around the back if you want.
Come and find me, my name is Macarena. Always at the party con las chicas que están buenas. Come join me, dance with me, and all you fellas chat along with me.
And let's switch, other side. Elbow reaching up toward the ceiling, keep the chin parallel to the floor. Good. And if you're in your chair, just bring your hips to the front of the chair. If you're standing, you just bring one foot out. We all have our legs flexed, the long leg. And we have a neutral spine hinging from the hip. And always reach those hands back. And switch.